Your wings above, your wings above. Your wings above. The Lord of hosts, the King of glory. Sabbath, da-na, da-na-na. Hello, 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 single moms. Good evening, good night, wherever you are. Good day, good morning. You know how great God is? Everywhere, all over, everywhere. The different things happening at different times. So while some are saying good morning, some are saying good afternoon, some are saying good evening. And this is just the Lord, okay? Doing his thing and being God. Like I was just with somebody yesterday. I said to the person, I said, you know, that it's very, very important that you have an understanding of this world. It's also very, very important you have an understanding of man, man. When you understand this world that you're in, this planet that you're in, when you understand man, then you now understand yourself. You find out who you are in God. When you understand these three things, you're able to apply it to every area of your life. When you have that knowledge or that information in your hand, it becomes very profitable for you. It becomes very profitable for you. It's not a lot of people that have this information at hand, and I am worried that not a lot of people have this information at hand. I'm worried, very, very worried. They don't know about they don't know about the gods they have. They don't know about you know who they are, and they don't understand this world as it is. They don't understand this world as it is, and as a result of all this, they shortchange themselves from enjoying and understanding life as it is. Now, if you understand who man is, you will have realistic expectations of who they are and what you can get out of man, how you can fellowship with your fellow man, and you will understand and you will know where God put them in the scheme of things. So you'll be able to manage your expectations of what comes from a typical man or a woman or a person that you meet. It's very important. A lot of us don't take time to study man as a whole, whether it be a man that is rich, whether it be a man that is poor, whether it be a man that's your contemporary or counterpart, whether it be a man that is your colleague, whether it be the man that is your husband or the man that is your brother or the man that is your son, you know, any kind, any man at all, you need to be able to understand. And when I say man, I also mean a woman as well. You need to be able to understand what are those things that you pick up generally from people. You need to understand that men are God's creation, okay? God loves men. You need to also understand that the devil loves men at all and the devil wants men's attention. You need to understand that God is always in his own efforts and in his own way trying to get across to man, and understand that the devil as well is trying to get across to man. God can use man, the devil as well can. Now, you need to, if you understand all of these things, it makes life a lot easier for you, okay? God can use man, the devil also simultaneously at the same time can use man. These are a lot of mysteries in this world that you need to have an understanding of. You need to understand that things that happen in families or things that happen in this world with men, they are not new, they are recycled. Yes, if you understand that, you'll be okay with a lot of things. They're not new. When a lot of things happen, they're not new. They're recircled. They're recircled in many, many ways. As soon as you pick that up, that life is recircled, hurt is recircled, things that happen in this world are recircled, it makes your life a lot easier, because then you can avoid a cycle of defeat and a repetitive circle. Why? Because you understand and you had passed through that stage before. Okay, you need to understand that. As man, you also need to understand that uh strongholds. Now, when we talk about strongholds, we often think that strongholds are things from outside holding your family down. No, most of the time, stronghold is in the area of the mind. Is in the area of the mind. Things that people are seeing every day and they have accustomed themselves to. For example, in my room, I have a bedside lamp and I also have a light in the room. Now, many times, well, because of the condition of my eyes, as I'm coming into the room, I automatically switch off the lights because the switch is by the door. That's the big bright light for the room. As soon as I lump on my bed or stay on the floor, whatever position I want to in the room, or sit at the table, because I have another lamp by the table when I want to do anything that requires me sitting by the table. But if I want to lie on the bed flat, I'm reading a book or I'm comfortable, I automatically switch on the lamp by my bedside as well. Now I have a light in the room already, and I won't lie to you, it's bright enough. But because I have a lamp by my bedside, and I always feel I need extra light because of the condition of my eyes, that comes on as well. Now, anybody coming from outside would think this is too bright. You have the light in the room on. It's broad daylight, like 4, and the sun is shining outside. You have the lamp by the room, but because my mind has been conditioned to stay, and my mind has said to me, you are safe when there's plenty of light, which is what my eye condition says to me. That is the kind of mindset that I have. Now, the kids will come into the room, see that happen, go to their own room and do the same thing. They'll do the same thing. Put on this light, put on that light, and you go in there. And the question I ask them is, do you need this much light? That's the question I ask the kids. Do you need this much light? And they're like, not really. Okay, so why do you have this much light switched on? Why do you have this much light switched on? They're like, oh, but when we come to your room, all the lights are switched on. Now, I have affected them or implicated them by the reason of my own actions or what they have seen me do. They see me put on the bed lamp at the same time the room lights and everywhere is bright and looking like a football stadium. And they are not picking it up that mommy needs both because of her eye condition or eyesight. That's why mommy need both. They just assume that's the normal thing. That's the way mindset works. You would normally replicate what you see within your family circle unconsciously. If you come from a family where for breakfast they eat yam and corn beef and all that, when you grow up, that's what you'll be saying to your own family. Especially when your children will be saying to you, Mom, must we have yam again? Must we have rice again? You think to them, hang on a minute, rice is the staple diet in the home that I come from. Rich people take rice. Why is rice? And they're like, not again, rice. They're tired of it. You have failed to understand that, you have come into a new family whose appetite or whose palate may want something different. That is how mindset works. You will naturally and normally replicate unconsciously those things that you see within your house, within your own, within. That's why they urge us to live in good areas and do that. Because if you're walking by your street and you see people litter all over the place and all that, you will also throw your garbage the same way. You can't be the clean one in the whole street. Everyone will notice that you are different. So this is the way mindset was. So if you understand man, you understand their predisposition towards doing certain things, it will help you a lot in life. Number one, you're able to manage the expectation of man, understand where they're coming from and when they're going to. The same way you get married to someone who has come from a home where the mom is the one that is directing the affairs of the home. It's very difficult to get the man to step up as a man. I am sorry to say it will be very difficult. because they have grown up a long time. And how do you want to start remolding somebody who has been molded for the first 28, 29 years of their life to see something over and over again? And you want to come into their life in the space of 3 months and change everything upside down? It will not work. It will not work. The only kind of person that that could work for is someone whose eyes have been open spiritually to pick it up, that the environment that they grew in is not the right one and things have got to change. And such ones are the ones that will come to you by themselves and declare it. So at the start of the relationship or at the start of meeting someone, if they're already saying to you, this is the way things are done in our home, that is where you should get your clue from. So understand man. A lot of us don't understand man generally. At the place of work, especially in the UK where I live in, there's a workplace culture. There is a workplace culture, and the workplace culture says a lot. It says a lot of things. It has a lot of, ways that things are done. And that is the way things are done there. But many people don't have an understanding that that's the way things are done. We come up with different kind of ideas. We want things to be done in our own way. It will not work because you're not coming to shift their culture. They have a culture at that workplace. You want to come in, you want to. So understand, men. Understand where you come from. Some of us come from nations and cultures where they don't understand how to treat other people. Culture of kindness is not there. um Managing people is not something that they've been taught. They don't they don't know how to manage people. They don't understand how it is to manage people. They don't know how to grow things. They don't know how to grow things. They don't know how to nurture things. Understand the way of someone that's never had a child. If someone has never had a child, there is no way they can nurture and grow. It's very difficult because they don't know how it is to bet something to life. And I'm not being funny here, but this is how man is. You need to have an understanding. Have you not seen an animal before? The animal that is the mother and the animal that is the father, when you come into a scene, without looking at their biological makeup, you would know which one is the mother and which one is the father without trying to look at their biological makeup, whether this animal had a breast or what's underneath or in between their legs or whatever. You would just know, especially when there's a child around there. The mother would naturally be loving towards the child, and the father would tell the child, move away, not because the father is not loving her. It's the mother's natural instinct. Why? Because she went through the process. There's still a connection. You would know. The same way as man, if you put somebody that's not had the opportunity to nurture and birth and something, and you want them to be able to protect that thing that you are growing, they do not have the natural, they don't have that thing, they don't have it to grow. It's easy. They don't have it except God gives it to them. Except God gives it to them. While they were growing up, if, for example, they were the first child and they had younger ones, yes, you will see them have those instincts. And even though they don't have their own kids, but that natural model instinct will be there to want to grow things, whatever, because we're taking care of the young. These things are mindsets that people need to pay attention to, but we don't pay attention to it. We don't pay attention to it. Another thing we don't pay attention to is this world that we have come in. Listen, we always tend to think that this world is built for us as human beings alone. Okay? You're not the only one. I don't know. You've seen a lot of controversial posts, a lot of controversies. We have some controversial people. We have people talking about extraterrestrial aliens, people from other planets, and all that, and all that. Those people are not necessarily wrong. You need to sit down and study. Even your scripture tells you everything is made for him, by him, and all that. It's very, very important that you understand how the world is made. When you have an understanding of how the world is made, you understand of how you fit into where you were created, where you're positioned. You need to have an understanding of that. Wherever you're created, wherever you're positioned, stay within your lane. That's what people don't get. Don't go deeply dabbling into what is not your business and going high and far and doing things that nobody has sent you. Stay within your lane. Stay within the lane. They put you in a particular lane. Stay within the lane. If God gives you I'm looking for my other phone. That's strange. If God gives you the assignment to move on and do other things, by all means. But if you have not been given the go ahead to go diggly daggling into other lanes, stay within, because the power you have, the authority you have, and the strength you have, it comes from what you have been given. You cannot, a man cannot go, a man cannot give what he doesn't have. So if you haven't, if it hasn't been given to you to do certain things in certain areas, stay within your lane. People still don't understand it. They want to diggle daggle and dibble dabble and go into so many ways. It just doesn't make sense. It just does not make sense. Stay within your lane. I come across a lot of people that still like to dibble dabble this and dibble because somebody else is doing it. They also want to do the same way and go the same way. Stay within your lane. So understand what this world is. Now, as Christians, understand that, understand what you have believed in. Understand the discipline, it will, like I said, the nuances, the discipline, and what surrounds the religion that you chose. Have an understanding of that. That one is very important. A lot of people would choose this way and act that way. It just doesn't make sense. Stay within the premises of what you are giving, of what you know. Just stay there. It's safe. Yeah, it's safe. It elongates your life. It gives you peace of mind. Okay. If you're going to follow this religion, follow it to the latter, believe in it, understand the principles that underpin where you are going to. Understand it before you start to dabble into it. Okay? When you dabble, dabble as far as you have understanding of and you are given permission to go. Dabble into there and stay within the premises of what you are given. Don't go looking for what they haven't given you or what is higher than you or whatever. Because if you do that, you would miss what is, you will meet what is higher than you and there'll be trouble. Okay? Stay there. If you're going to be for God, stay there. If you're not going to be for God, by all means, enjoy yourself, enjoy your clubbing, enjoy your whatever you want to do, but stay within the premises. If you dibble dabble and, in the morning you're there, causing hurt, lifting up things, enthroning things, fighting against things, declaring things, telling them, this is what they are. And then at night, you're doing something else. They will come for you. They will come for you because you're not being so. That is understanding this world that you're in. Understand the financial system of things. Understand where money comes from. It would help you understand that you are as rich as the skill and the business idea that you can provide. So where your level of money is or your level of riches is as far as the skill you have and the business idea you bring to the table. If you understand that, you are fine. If you do not understand that, don't think that, you would fail to have a business idea or you will fail to have some sort of skill that can bring money and money will land at your doorstep, including even those that steal, those that rob and all that, some sort of skill. I'm not encouraging that, but that's the way it is. Also, understand money. Money is a reward of what you bring to the table in terms of your skill, in terms of your business idea, in terms of your enterprise or entrepreneurship. Money is a reward of those things. If you understand that, and you understand that if you want to earn more, you have more skills. If you want to earn more, you have more business. If you want to earn more within your business, you scale up. If you understand that, you are fine when it comes to money. You are as limited as what you manage with you. Understand that. Understand that resources also come to you the way you manage them. You cannot be wasteful and expect that, Meet those that are rich and hear them speak, 4 or 5 sentences and all that. You pick up straight away what is going on. Understand that. If you come from a family that is already rich and all that, understand that inheritance works for you to the limits to which the family you've come to have introduced you to what they are doing. Understand that. Some are born great, some have greatness entrusted upon their lives. Understand the limitation of what you've come from a poor background and you've worked your way up. Understand that. If you want to move from there, you move higher. Understand what you have to do. But that is just as it is, okay? That is the way that works. Health wise as well in this world, understand that Your body is the temple, according to what the Bible says, is the temple of the Lord, okay? But understand that your body is like a material that you're wearing, okay? It goes through its wears and tears as well. If you don't take care of it, it won't take care of it. In fact, you expire very, very quickly. Even if your spirit is so strong and your soul is so strong, once the body breaks down, understand that you'll be lying on the bed. Today, all I planned, I said I was going to go here, I was going to go there. And that brings me to the third one, understanding yourself. I said I was going to go here. I tell the children, we're going to get up in the morning, we dash to church, we'll come back here and all that. I could not get up again because I slept quite very, very late yesterday doing some things. Quite understandable. That is how the body is. I have not had rest. So it is telling on the body. Now we need to understand that, but a lot don't understand these things. Understand yourself, understand your body, understand a lot of things, okay? Now know yourself in the affairs of things. People do not understand who they are and what God has called them to be, or what they don't understand it. And it soon adds up. If you don't know who you are and what God has called you to be, it adds up, because if you do not know who you are, other people would make you who they want you to be. Understand your limitation, understand your finances. Now understand that you are not here to please anybody. That's what people don't know. Your ability to say no when things start to get to a particular level, understand that as well. Not many people have an understanding of how to say no. When it's time for you to say no, understand it. Have a good budgeting system. Budget your time, budget your resources, understand where limit, understand when to say, look, this is how far we can come, this is how far we go. Have an understanding around these things. So we've talked about understanding, you know, man as a whole. We've talked about understanding this world, and we've talked about understanding yourself. If you have this little concepts at the back of your hand, you will be fine. So if you understand man and you understand that there's a limit to what man can do or how they can support you or please you and all that, when somebody backstabs you or whatever, you're already prepared for it because you understand man, they can change like that. If you understand that man can be used by God and used by the devil at the same time, every person, potential person that you are seeing, you already know where to place them and where to. And in fact, when they surprise you, it's you rather die of the heart attack or the shock of excitement than of being betrayed. If you understand that, you are fine. Understand that everybody cannot be for you. There will be priorities, there will be listed. Sometimes they'll pick you before others and all that. Have an understanding of that. So don't, you know, get to a place where you are unnecessarily depressed, or you deprive yourself of joy based on what some understand people. Now, one of the things I want you to also notice about people is that they can be users. Understand that. When you understand yourself, you understand your position in all the scheme of things. Understand your body first, how far you can go. Understand your mental health. Yes, you have one. Understand the environment that you're in. For example, I'm in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, it's difficult to get help, children wise and all that. So based on that, you don't see me accepting invitations for just about anything. Not many people understand that I don't have to explain myself. Oh, why were you not at this party? Well, if one of the kids have got football at that time, the other one have swimming at that time, it's just me. So I'm driving from swimming, I'm driving to football, then I'm coming from football again. I'm coming to wash their clothes, to iron their clothes. All right, I get a cleaner in. I've got to get their hair washed. I've got to get my own nails done. I've got to do this, and then we have shop for the house. All right, they will deliver shopping with them. Then at 7 o'clock again, you want me to drive 3 hours somewhere and come and be dancing all night till 10, and then we go to bed. We're exhausted. We are different, okay? Probably the person inviting you have their own husband. Understand, don't be afraid to speak up. Get to a position or a place where you effectively manage your own stress. In in all of this, understand how far you can go. You don't have to please anybody. You don't have to. When people come and ask you for things and you cannot do, I am sorry, decline. They are disappointed. That is them. Let them go away disappointed. There's nothing you can do about it. Understand your position. Don't be afraid to speak up and say no. Don't be afraid. Someone gave me a call. This is coming off the premise. Someone gave me a call last was it last week or week before the last? We had joined together, we collaborated together to do something at a particular group some months back, maybe April or thereabout, or May or thereabout. And that's how far, it has gone. Over time, since then, maybe we've had discussion maybe once or twice, and that was it. And everyone went their way and did their thing, you know only for them to be calling saying the same denomination had a program. Their program was in Nigeria and they wanted a donation of 1 million. I'm sitting down there thinking, does these people even think with their head at all? We've had a program. After the program, there's been no follow-up to say, okay, how are you? What are you doing? How are you since that time? It's been 2 months since that program. How's your life? Is there anything I can pray? Nothing. Then you come out of the blues and you're asking for. In fact, the figure the person was even calling, I just looked at the person and thought, is this one having a laugh? Do they think that this is a joke? I simply said no. To them, it's disappointing. Oh, you played this position. Oh, you played that position. Oh, you were this. Oh, you were that. Yeah, the same way you played the position. If you have the 1 million, you go and give. I've got school fees to pay. Yes, in UK, people pay school fees. Yes, go and Google it. There are schools that they pay school fees in. Yes, go and Google it. People do. You got after school clubs to pay for. Yes, childcare to pay for. You got mortgage to pay for. You got bills. Ha, water rate is not the same as it was before. The way they'll just take the money out of your account like this, you hold your head and hold your tummy at the same time. You be like, my God, what is this? They will take it and they're gone. They expect that your direct debit is up and running. In fact, let me write it down now because I saw the letter. I don't know if they take it now. Let them not go and scatter that account. Let me just write it down now. Water bill. You see? These are the things that keep you running on your toes all night, and electricity as well. I have to remember this one to put down electricity. These are the things I have to do before I sleep. And mind is already 10 in the night again, and there's work tomorrow. This is the life of a single parent over and over again. Some people are already in their bed snoring, and yet tomorrow morning they would come into your inbox and be disturbing you with their whatever. You think that people don't know how to sleep? You need to start to speak up. These are the common life stress that, as a single parent, you shouldn't be afraid to say no to. They'll hate you. You already hated. Fine, just move on. Let's just move on. At work as well. When they come and put on an extra project on you and all that, learn to say no. Yes, I know a single parent to be ambitious at the workplace and all that, but you can't do Saturdays and Sundays overtime and extra time like the rest of the people are. Where are you going to put the kids? If you have to take the kids to their 11 plus exam, or take them to the football club, or you have, because Saturdays and Sundays are the days you have to take care of yourself and your whatever, you would continue to. And listen, it's not unusual. Begin to Google and check the stats. Single parents are coming up. In fact, women, let's leave the single parenting alone now. Women are coming up with more chronic illnesses these days because of the level of stress that we put our body through. Men don't get pregnant for 9 months and have to push the baby out, lose a lot of blood, and lose a lot of things in the process. You know, the number of women that die at childbirth and after childbirth. Men don't get to go through that. We're not slacking men here. They do their bits as well. Men don't get parts of them split into two all over. They don't. Your bone will speak for it. Some of us still suffer from chronic backache. I was saying to the kids, I said, I'm going to have to go and order me an air conditioning because this heat means that I'm getting up at night, I can't sleep. And there's just no reason why I work all day and at night I should not be able to sleep just because of some few. You can get air conditioning for as low as £500. In fact, off season now, they'll be asking you to come and buy 350. Yeah, buy it, keep it. When it's time to install, look for the money to install. The 500 one, you can find an installation for £700, isn't it? Buy one at a time. Whatever, buy one at a time, if that's what you have to do. But by all means, try and sleep. Imagine working hard all day. You hit your bed, you want to sleep, you're not able to sleep because you cannot get a good night's rest. Why? Because you're trying to save money for somebody else to do this one. When the person called, I said, well, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, so you expect that the money to take care of myself or my children, I'll give it to you. Yeah, like they wanted to feed people as well. Have I heard here that you want to collect money from me to go and feed people? You people should stop all this. Whoever started the program, if they do not have enough money to start the program, they should not. Why start an a program you want to feed you so many people and you don't have that money? Why? Then you now come to me to come and ask for. Hello, people don't understand. Don't do that. And then someone will be there. They are not able to sleep. They're not able to go to bed because they're stressed. I've got to give here. I've got to help. No, do according to the proportion of what you can do. I like one of the mentorship class I'm in now. I love the person that leads it. For some reason, you look at some people, you see this person has empathy. You can see the person will always say, don't go beyond what you can do. Don't go even when they're supposed to push us, they'll say no, don't go beyond what you can do. Take it one step at a time. Don't go beyond what you can do. It's a case of don't overstretch yourself too much, so much so that you get to a position where you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't. That is not right. The world itself is filled with so many stress, and we are all managing. Don't be afraid to speak up when the stress is too much. When it comes to taking care of the children, understand yourself. As they grow, they can self-manage a lot of things. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? I made them to cook everything they were eating. And after one had made cookies and all that and eating all the batter and all that, I didn't say anything because I'd said to them several times, when you're mixing your dough, when you stop tasting and all those things, stop doing it. Got raw eggs there. They didn't listen. And 3 hours after eating like this, they were sitting on the toilet seat and going, "Oh my God, mommy, oh my God." I'm sitting there thinking, well, how many times have I told you stop licking all those batters, stop doing what they're like, "Oh, is this what you mean?" I said, exactly. So next time they are baking, they're not going to do it again. Well, because they've learned the lesson that you just have to tell them. If I didn't let them bake and all that, when are they going to be able to self-serve and do things themselves? You just have to be able to train them. Train them to make the sandwiches. Train them to be able to. I got one of those ninja things. All they have to do is to put their pizza in there, even put the chips in there and all that. It's got the exact time in there. They put the timing on it, cooks to perfection. They put it on their plate. It's done. Just buy foods that you can cook in the need. Let them learn. I said to one, bring me coffee in bed this morning because I was trying to really get up, but my body was something else. And you know the funny thing, I was going from dream to dream to dream. See, this is how the human. You see, your spirit man, as a Christian, it is going on 24/7. Even though your body is saying, pack it in and go and sleep, pack it in, and your spirit man is going, pa 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 pa. I kid you not. I was sleeping all morning yesterday night. It was dreams, morning in dreams, afternoon. If I sleep for 2 hours like this, dreams that are so vivid, I have to get my pen down and start to write in. And seriously, informative ones. Despite the fact that my body was somewhere else, I said to my son, I said, please bring me coffee. I don't know what he prepared, whether it was coffee or sushi or whatever. I looked at, tasted the thing. I said, did you not follow the instructions on the label? He said, I want to make coffee for myself. I said, I'll give you the one you made for me. The water was like, hey, I don't know whether it was hot or cold or whatever. I don't know whether I used a microwave. I don't even know what he did. He just did what he wanted to do because it was on the game. So I said, you can have it. You can have it. I had to go downstairs myself, and that gave me an opportunity to wake up. But after I drank it, imagine drinking coffee was decaffeinated anyway. I went back to sleep again. That is how much the body was. But that didn't mean that my brain was going 24/7. You see, I have a book by my side. As soon as I remember this bill, I get up, I write it. As soon as I remember that the tires, I get up, I write it. As soon as I remember I have to book in this, I get up, I write it. The brain was just going up, and that is the way the whole world is. If you break down, everybody carries on. Like I said, go and check the stats. Women have the highest percentage of chronic illness now. Why? Because they are not taking care of themselves. They have the highest percentage now. Go and check it. It's on the stats now. They have the highest percentage. And if you deep dive into that data, single parents or those that have young children within a particular age who has got no family support system around them top the list. They top the list. Why? Because it's very deep. You would neglect yourself while taking care of other people. And the funny thing is that these children that you're praying for, the children that you're running around for, that you want a good life for and all that, somebody else will end up taking care of them and being there at their joyous state instead of you. Why? Because you have pushed yourself and stressed yourself so much to the extent that you have developed chronic illness in your body. I'm telling you, you've developed such chronic illness in your body. It's difficult to manage yourself. Please don't be afraid to speak up, okay? Don't be afraid to speak up. When you go to your doctor or your GP, don't be afraid to tell them that some people are so shy. "Ah, you can keep going." No, even at the place of work, when your health is important and you have to go for an appointment, don't be afraid to speak up. A lot of people, when they eventually then get to go for this appointment, will realize that whatever it is has spread so much or has covered so much area of their life that doctors start to fight for other things. When you get something, you just nip it in the bud straight away. Go for the appointments, okay? Go for that walk. Lose that weight if you think that's what it is. Lose it. Have good friends. I said to my children, I said, I need to renovate this living room. I said, since we got in, because we moved into a new place about a year ago or whatever, and we're still living out of the box. Yes, we're still practically, because it's hard work. It's hard work. We're still living out of the box. So I said, we need to put some things in the loft, and I need to get somebody to come in and rip out this and paint here and all that and do that and do that. And they were like, why? I said, because I can't even let anybody in the way the state of the house is. I'm so ashamed because we're living from now. People won't understand. They'll think you're untidy or whatever. Well, that is their business. I speak to you from behind the door. It's from behind the door. That's when I speak to you. If you don't like it, then that's it. I've only just had a tradesman just come in and say to me, okay, this is what we are doing for you. Okay, well, fine. Bedroom and toilet, they need renovation because they are as archaic as 1930. It has to be done. Then before I start thinking of the rooms, before I start thinking of the garden, it's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work. But it's one at a time. When I get there finally, yes, I can open up the door and welcome anybody. But this time I just feel like, and I say to the kids, I really need that time to start to connect back to people. Please don't be afraid to say no when you have to. Don't be afraid. When you are tired, don't be afraid to say no. So what have we talked about today? Understand man, understand the world, and understand yourself. I understand myself. Stress is not my friend at all. I have to really, when my body calls for rest, I pull the blinds. If you like, be screaming and shouting. At most, I just order takeaway. Have you eaten? You just go. I need to rest. Understand yourself. Don't push yourself too much. I was looking at Facebook, a lady that went for a walk who didn't take her phone, just took a bottle of water, was found dead where she had gone for. I have a feeling she pushed herself while walking too much. She had collapsed, and maybe she had collapsed and there was nobody to help her out because she doesn't have a phone. She hasn't got anyone to call. I don't go too far from the house. I don't go too far from the house. The area I live in and the place I don't push myself. Some people are saying do 10,000. Yeah, move. You're not a tree. Blah blah blah. That is your own. If I can only manage 2,000, yeah, it's good for my health, but I can do my 10,000 within that. The stairs, just go up and down the stairs, up and down. Now she's left. I think she's left 4 children. For who now? For who? Some of us don't even know that we have underlying health condition. The COVID time, I discovered that I had something that was physically not right. I can't remember now whether I noticed it after the vaccine or before the vaccine. I can't remember. But it was COVID period and it wasn't really nice. I discovered as well that I began to have some things with my sight and it wasn't really that good. I discovered that. And what I did, and God really helped. What I did was, as soon as COVID was over, I began to go to the doctors and all that. Now, I thought it was a joke when the doctors were telling me some things. I thought it was a joke. I was losing sight in my left eye gradually. I still thought it was a joke. It wasn't until I met this doctor, was it 2 months ago, who said to me, look, he said to me, do you know that what you have is chronic? That was when my brain, that was when my brain recalibrated. It was when they used the word, all this while we were just joking. Said, do you know that this is chronic? And you joke. That was when my brain recalibrated. I say, say that again. He said, yes, that's what it is. Have you not been told? I say, what? All this while, my brain had not picked it up. I thought that we were playing. I thought that we were joking. It was at this moment they said, do you not know that this is chronic? Have you sat down to think about it? What do you think that, what you think this is a joke? My brain recalibrated straight away. I said, okay. Then I began to drop certain things. I began to drop certain things. Things like worry, things like stress, I began to drop it. Things like running around, I began to drop. I began to focus on myself. For the first time, I looked at the mirror, I looked at myself. I had piled on weight. I didn't know where they came from. Why? Because you're running cover to cover. You don't even have time to take care of yourself. I began to realize what was going on. Then I began to watch my body and see many changes that were taking place as a result of stress and the kind of food that I was eating. I was piling up weights. I was just eating those foods at odd hours because those were the times that, would fit into the thing. You know, I can only do things when the kids have gone to bed. I have to help them with the homework, drive them around like a driver. I'm their nurse, I'm their teacher, I'm their dentist, I'm their this, I'm their that, the mother, I'm the father, I'm everything to you. If you're everything to everybody, everybody points accusation fingers at you, everybody wants something from you and all that. You really need to sit down and think. Listen, a lot of people are dying, dropping dead because of so many issues. Understand the world we are in, understand men, and understand yourself. Take your space within all of this and look at yourself 360 and work within those parameters. Don't let anyone push you. Abolo, don't be afraid to say no. If you can't do it, say no. Who's going to kill you? You'll be shocked that they're waiting for you to even say no. You'll be shocked. But most people will know they keep on carrying on and keep on pushing on and keep on pushing on until they get to a place where, oh my God, don't be afraid. You'll be shocked when you say no, how much people are already waiting because they know you could not even do this in the first place. And yet you are pushing yourself to do. They don't you, the people that you think you're impressing, they're not impressed. You'll be shocked to know they're not impressed. A lot of people will keep wanting from you and you will never be able to give enough. There's nothing you do that will satisfy. If you understand people to that extent, you'll be able to, call their bluff in many things. There's nothing you can do to satisfy people. Yes, as a child of God, you want to do what is right by what the Spirit of God says, what the Scripture says. Stay within those tenements. Be satisfied in the God that you have. Okay, know how to abound, know how to abase. It is a scriptural principle and a term. It saves your life. It helps you. Don't go out of the perimeters of what you can do. Don't do because somebody is saying it does not mean that you should go ahead and follow. That person has a different instruction. I said to my kids today, I was warning them again because one of my son's friend they have this beach huts and some of them have private whatever and they wanted to go for a party or whatever. I said, I'm sorry, unfortunately I have other things to do. Okay, so I can't take you there because I've got to be there because you guys are going to an island. Okay, now if you are going to jump into water, pool, beach or whatever, you must have a lifeguard there whose eyes will be on you. If there's a lifeguard watching 10 of you, if 10 of you are drowning at the same time, you'll be the last one they will save. Always put that at the back of your mind. He said, why? I said, because, well, your own parents are not even there. So it's not as if, your parents are not even there. I said, if I'm there or an adult that is there, who would specifically come out to get you in the water, that's when you should be doing that. But if I'm not there at all for any reason, don't go. Don't you please don't even do it. Okay. Another time you invite, we can meet at Pizza Hut, we can do anything. But go for a beach party and all that where you might throw yourself off the cliff or go to the Marina Bay where you're jumping into water and jumping off the cliff and all that, and there's none of your family there who will specifically go after you. And I said, no this and no peace. There's no way the waves will be carrying you and you think that a whole adult me will run into the water. I'll be speaking in tongues where I am because I want to save my life as well. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't do those extreme things. Don't. They got the message. I said, don't be doing those things. Don't. Because there's no way I'm going to go into the waves and want to drag you out and both of us will go. I will think about the rest of the other children and say, I'm not being selfish, but this is the way it is. Don't do it. The same way, don't go trips with other people that you know that these are the friends that want to push you or tell you jump, jump, jump and do scary. I said a lot of people that have lost their lives and all that. They're those that are trying to impress their friends. You don't have to impress anybody. I love you just the way they. If they don't love you, we move to another school, we move somewhere else. My life is very easy. We move away. That's what I was saying to the children because we have a WhatsApp chat where we're chatting, and I was just giving them examples. And they're asking me what happened again. I said it's another case of somebody drowning again because the rest of their friends, were taunting them to say, you can't jump, you can't jump. They jumped, fell to their death, and that's it. I said, no, you should never be pushed never be pushed to that situation where you have to. Yeah, if you want to play football, by all means, we cannot play football. We're on ground together. But when it's jumping into water, jumping into the pool, diving, and doing all sorts of dangerous things and all that, especially when your parents are not there. Come on. And even when your parents are there, you know that I won't even go that far and be running into. Because we went on holiday recently, and at the resort, my son was always wanting to leave us in the room and go and pool. And I said there is nobody in that pool in that pool area that is specifically looking out for you. Nobody. So if anything happens, they will not know that you have gone missing or you're underwater. They won't know. So if I'm resting, if I'm sleeping on my bed, yeah, let me have my full rest. When I get up, we'll go. Oh, the pool closes at 6. Oh, it's 5. I said, then let we leave the pool today. Tomorrow we begin again. You've been doing it for the past 3 days. How is day 4 any different? Do you understand? Yes, I have to be there because I am the only one in that pool that will dive in and want to save your life. I'm the only one. Even the lifeguard will want to rescue the rest of the other people, not because you're black or because you're whatever, but because look at the ratio of what they are doing. Rescue the person nearest to him. He was saving his own life as well. I said, who knows where you are? And who can even account you are there? Because by expectation, they expect that an adult, a member of your family, should be there. You are going against the rules. You have to explain all these things. Children don't understand this one. They just want to go and play. Oh, I'm okay. I'm a perfect swimmer and all that. I said, so says a lot of people that have gotten into difficulty in water. Difficulty in water has always been the problem. It's not the fact that you cannot swim. Your body suddenly eats something that's another temperature that your body cannot adjust to. Your body is still fighting to come to terms with another temperature, and they're fighting to save themselves, and they are fighting to breathe, and they're fighting to take away fear. There's so many fights and so many conditions coming against that child at the same time. It's too much, and this is the cost of what is going on. Understand yourself and what you can do. So, no, you are not going into that pool alone. No. And what if I'm this age? What I said, even if you're 17 or 18, we are going together. Maybe when you are 20, 23 or 24, yes, you can go by yourself. But even at that, if I were you, if there was no lifeguard, I still would not do it. I said, as your mother, do you see me just jump into the pool? I will look around and look around and look around and look around. Why? Because difficulties in waters happen. Don't out of excitement get carried away, okay? You can do that in the football field and hack each other's feet and throw those balls anywhere. But when it comes to water, it's a different ball game entirely. Water is not your mate. There's a lot that is against than when you're on ground. I say you have to put that into consideration. So please, I beg you, don't do that. I was putting it in the word. And that's the way you are. Know your limitations. Don't be afraid to say no. Be afraid to speak up. Oh, I missed the party. I said I'll throw you a party at home. It won't be the same. I said I'll build you a proper shed. You can invite that same person to come play a pool. I gave him a time scale. I'll do that for you if that is what you want. But don't be afraid to say no because that territory and that area you're going to, nobody is there to save you. The same way, don't overdo things. Impress who? What are you trying to impress? Impress yourself. Impress yourself. Learn to say no. When people want to push, learn to say no. At work, you don't have to pick that extra project. Oh, when I pick that extra project, they know that I'm doing so. Listen, the people they want to promote, they already have them listed there. If you are not someone that is likable within the circle, you are not going to go. If you like, do 50 projects. There's something called office policy. They know the people that is lined up. You are not one of them. If you're one of them, you don't have to do extra projects. People don't want to hear this, but I'll say it over. That's it. At the meeting 4 years before, 3 years before, they have people lined up. They've lined them up. They know what they are doing. Stop disturbing yourself. There's a competition. You will just do it for nothing. You'll be disappointed for nothing. And you know it yourself because that's why you're pushing extra hard. If you're doing what you're supposed to do and you understand the office politics and you're accepted in that circle, you know you don't have to push that hard. You know you don't have to start work at 7 and be closing at 9. I did it for a long time. I lost sight in my eyes. And they are the ones that are saying sorry now. I'm telling you, they're the ones that are saying sorry now. Will they bring back my sight? No. The stress has pushed. You need to understand yourself and understand how far you can go. Okay? So, dear single mom, this is for you tonight. Understand man, your fellow man, how they think, how they reason. Understand the world you have come to live in. Understand system of money. Understand health. Understand wealth. Understand a lot of things. Understand families, how to interact with it. Then understand yourself. And in all of it, keep a balance, okay? Keep a balance. Some single parents live to be 91, 102, and all that. They're just maintaining their things. Would I have stopped a competition level. In fact, it's gotten to a stage where I see that your stress is so much now. I block you. There are people we went to secondary school together. They are coming in. Yeah, they have a surgery. They are waiting for people to. I block them because I haven't come to you for you to pay part of my bills. Why are you coming to me when you have surgery now? And it's not even that you can help people, but the next thing you see them in some party straight spraying money, and you are stuck in your house. And let's talk about this. You see them in parties paying money and having the latest shoe and all that, and you haven't left your house in months. Like, what did you think you are? Stupid? Did they think that you did it? Listen, let's talk about all this. It's like coming to your face to say, I got that money off you and now I've gone to buy a shoe. I sit down there and I think somebody's working really, really hard and trying and pushing themselves. And you have the nerves. You have the nerves, NERV. You have the nerves to go partying, to go clubbing with the money that was raised for you by other people's hand. Don't people think when I walk now, the sole of my feet is as if it's not mine. Why? Because of the many hours I have to sit at the table, going from meetings to meetings to it tells on your body. Then I come out of those meetings and you want to take that money off me. You haven't said go and take care of yourself. That your feet that looks like that, and that your body. I cannot remember that. I think when I went to Morocco, I probably had a manicure or something in their resort or something. I cannot remember the last time I had to sit down or let get my hair done or my nails done. I'm still carrying hairs that I have since what was it May? What are we in now? August. Are you having a laugh? Over 3 months? What? I'm not joking. This is how it's not because of the money, it's just because of the time. You need a whole day to be able to book an appointment, go there, wait because somebody else is there and do the hair and come. A whole day. Get them to come to your house, it costs you a arm and a leg. It's not funny. And then someone sits down somewhere and comes to your inbox and demand it and say they want to use it to feed people, that the people are hungry. Do you know? Because I had to share on my page yesterday some of the stores that at some of us go shopping. We go shopping at times where they put yellow sticker on. Yellow sticker on that's reduced to clear. Then we put it in the freezer. I was saying to the children, there's nothing wrong with going shopping at that time. At least if it's meat or whatever, it's not gone bad. I can stock the freezer up by getting those things and stocking everywhere. They've done the last reduction and then they get the food off to charity. That's where some people go to get their food off because it's the cost of living is very, very expensive. I went into the shop. By the time they scanned the card and all that, I looked at 3 bags, £120. What did we buy? So when people come to you and tell you it's happening in other countries and excuse us, everybody's managing themselves. If you cannot manage yourself, then hello, we have children here in this country as young as 17, 18. They have extra jobs working in McDonald's and all, trying to help their parents and their family and pay towards the things that they need. Then somebody sits down somewhere, they don't do extra work. You have to pay for their school fees, you have to pay for clothes for them, you have to feed them when it's time for hospital. Then their wife become pregnant, you're the one paying and all that. We need to be able to think about what is happening, particularly from many of the cultures that we come from. Let's switch on our brain. Let's switch on our brain. So don't be afraid to say no. Manage your stress level. When you're stressed in your home, make your home an environment that is relaxing. Have a good bed. I bought one of these. The bed that I have now is one of those ones that you can, if you press the remote control, it lifts up, and it really worked well. Just I don't know where the remote control is. I have to put in batteries again and lift it up so that I can sleep properly. And it's really, really, people do say every 5 years you must change us. This is going to how many years now since 2019? That's COVID, almost 6 years. It's still serving me. I know they'll tell me it's time to change it now and all that, but look, it was so expensive. It took me how many years to pay for 3 years or thereabouts. But look at that, it's still serving me. It was molded to my body. I go on it like this instantly. 5 seconds, I'm off. They molded it to my body type. 5 seconds, I'm off. You hardly see me turning and tossing and what. It is made for me to sleep. And it's so good. The only thing I need now is a proper temperature in the room. Because last year it was hot, but we thought, hang on a minute, it's not going to be that hot this year. But look at this year now. Hey, so by next year we better be prepared because do we know where we are going? How much is air conditioning? That you know. Where I used to live before was a new build, so it didn't the heat wasn't this much. But then I have an old build now, and what they built houses for back then was to keep anything out because it was so cold back then. Because England is supposed to be a cold place, so we don't have know why we're having all this global warming and all that. So if you do not have the fans, don't do it. The fan is fanning you. You can't even you're like, what is this? It's like hot hair. You're like, what is this? You have to put ice cubes all over your head and all over just to cool the body down. Of course, and as a woman, you're growing, probably menopause and all those symptoms and all that they are coming in. You have to take care of yourself. Think about it. Now, people are living long with technology, with AI, with so many things, evolution in health, new research, and all that coming up, and people are living long. But stress is cutting some people's life off. It's cutting some people's life off, and you don't want to be one of those people. Manage your life, manage stress, understand man, understand the world that you've come to live in, and understand yourself. Don't let anything bug you, okay? Don't let anything bug you that much. I have learned to know how to say no now. And I say it very well, regardless of who you are. My no is my no. Okay? If it becomes too much, I come out of the WhatsApp group, I block you. That's the end. Simple end. I come out of the WhatsApp group, I block you. It's as simple as yes, be nice to people. By all means, if you have the means to support. But when it gets to a place when it is too much for you, understand when to step down. Understand when to step down. People's trouble will never finish. The world's trouble will never finish. And you're not the one to solve the problem of the world. Nobody is and nobody can. It doesn't matter how much you preach. You're only given a little bit of allocation. And that's all you will do and leave this world. I mean, if they give you all the allocation, where would other people get their own? What assignment will other people do? So whatever they give you to do, manage it. In fact, manage the ones that they have given you. Which if you're having difficulties managing even the children that they give you, that you want to go and be managing other people's children, manage that which you are given. Stay within the reins of your assignment. Stay within the reins of your calling. Stay within the reins of what you understand. Don't go dilly-daddling into what is not yours and getting your hands mucky into things that are not yours. You will be running for the rest of your life. Met someone recently who hardly sleeps. And when they told me the routine of what they were doing, in my mind, I knew that it's not long before they reach the age of 40 and develop chronic illnesses. I work in the hospital. It's not long. You can see all the factors there. And one is lack of sleep. If you're sleeping 4 hours, 5 hours, come on, something else would happen. It's not long before something else develops. And people don't understand this. They think that they're superhumans. But if God wanted to make you that supernatural, He would have. Unfortunately, you didn't come in that form. How can you manage with 4 or 5 hours of sleep? And you've got little children, and you have such tasking work that you have to prove yourself. You mess up in meetings. You mess up. They would even know. You will open your mouth, the kind of things you say. You just mess up. I have somebody that works with me and they're constantly making mistakes, constantly. Until one day I saw them working somewhere else and it occurred to me, hang on a minute. When you finish from here, you go and do night shift. And then you come back to work again. The mistake is something they're constantly. That mistake is so bad. It's so bad that emails are now coming. Emails are now coming of errors and all, and I keep saying, and I know what it is. It's because they are juggling two jobs. They're juggling two jobs. They have to meet up with it. The pressure is so much. They're juggling two jobs. It is too much. Is it compulsory that you have to? Is it compulsory that you have to live here? They say don't live here. Where you are coming from, would they send you back? No. Why? Because you're not perfect here. You're not perfect there. You're making and the kind of mistakes you're making, the mistakes that are affecting other departments, other people's lives. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you want to progress and move on. If you're making this such outlandish, how do you want to do it? Them mistakes are just too much. How do you want to go past that? But they're not thinking of that. They're not thinking of that. Because if you're making in a day, you're making 50 mistakes, and yeah, not well, that's an exaggeration. So it's in every report, they have to ask you to do the report like 3, 4 times before you get it right. Report, keep doing this, keep doing. It's not long before words go around about the type of things that you do. It's not long before they know, and it's because they can't focus. They're doing too many things at the same time. Having a job. Overnight, they can't sleep. Imagine coming back from a job at 10, okay, say 12, and then 7 a.m. again, they are up again, working in an office with their eyes open. They have to be in meetings. It's impossible. And people don't understand this. It's impossible to do. I'm praying for you, single moms, that God will give you the wisdom and the strength to manage yourself, manage stress, manage your time. Give yourself time. Give your body time to heal. Some of us have had children that are 10, 11. Our body has not healed. Our body has not healed. My tummy looks like someone that is 4 months pregnant and all that. I am working on it. But while I'm working on it, anybody comes to say anything, I don't care. I'm not going to sit on the operation table. Do you know the number of people that are dying now trying to, operate because people are body shaming them and saying all sort of things? We really have to be careful. Okay? Don't push yourself too hard. I have somebody that I know as well that did the is it what's this thing, bypass that they do and all that. 15 years after the bypass, they are gone now. Yes. A little keyhole thing that they wanted to do. By the time they got in there, everything that they had done before, there had been complications. There had been complications and a lot were happening. They were now losing weight more than they wanted to lose weight. By the time they had passed on, you could see the pictures. You could see the pictures. You know that something had happened. They had caused complications for themselves. Why? Because they wanted to lose. And what the weight, was it doing them anything? Was it doing them anything? Ha! If they were even managing diabetes from the weight or whatever, they'll still be around now managing the thing. But no, no way. They're just doing manage. Take care of yourself, okay? Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I pray for you in the name of Jesus that the wisdom to take care of yourself, the wisdom and the ability to be able to say no, to understand your stress points, your stress level, your stress. You just don't let anybody push you too much. Parents will come and push you. No, tell them. I have a daughter, my 22-year-old. My God, she'll say to you, "No, mom, I don't have to impress you." I used to think, my God, the nerves of this child. But now I've realized that, when they speak up this, now I respect what they say. And I've come to love that my God have raised such a strong. It says, no, I don't have to impress you. You want that. I don't want to do that. I have to keep quiet. And they're still mine. They're still my daughter. We still go around. Anyone that doesn't like it can do whatever they want to do. If she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it. One time I wanted her to do a particular course. I was like, no, you have to do this. No, you have to do that one. And first one, she would just go and sit down there and come back home. Go and sit down there. After I wasted my money 2 rounds, I got the message. I love this generation so much. This coming generation. You can't shame them. They don't have shame, so you can't shame them. They don't have any shame. It's you that will be ashamed. At the end of the day, you go and sit down somewhere. He says, oh, because you want to put it on Facebook. And I'm like, it's not because of that. In fact, I don't even put your pictures on Facebook. So it's not as if it's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You can do whatever you want to do. Ah, and yes, they're quite right. Because what's the point? You want to force somebody to do, like many of us have been forced to do a lot of things, forced to be certain people, forced to conform to certain things. Don't. Stay within the boundaries of what God has written for you, has given you. If you can push, push. If it's difficult to push, leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. Hmm? I like to talk. I like us to talk to ourselves every once in a while. Yeah, we pray, but many times, we have to say some things as it is. Okay, don't be afraid to speak up when you are tired. When the body is tired, rest. Okay, tell them no. There are a lot of committees I've been called into, a lot of places I've been called into, a lot of WhatsApp group that you want to put into. I say no. Because I know any WhatsApp group coming from Nigeria or Nigerians, they put you in there like this money that you be donating. You donate your lungs one day if you're not careful. Meanwhile, they don't know where you live. They don't know about you. You can't even get prayers or support when it's very dangerous. But they you'll be donating. Come and donate. We are doing projects in Nigeria. Come and donate. We are doing. What about here? What projects are you doing here? How are you supporting the people you are collecting the money? They think that we are stupid, innit? The people you are collecting the money from here, how are you supporting us here? They don't know where we live. They don't know anything. Not even to come offer prayers or thank you after some meetings. Yes, we are doing projects in Nigeria. Come and do it. You think that we are stupid? Kai, may God open the eye of a lot of people. Oh. May God open the eye of a lot of people. May God open your eyes. May God open your eyes. If you look at how hard you're working here and what you're doing, and you're still meeting up with those things, and somebody is the one that is now siphoning that thing, that person is not of God. I don't know how people don't understand that. That person is not of God. They don't have your interest at heart. But people don't pick that up quickly. People don't pick that up. I don't know why we don't pick things like that up. I pray for you that heaven will give you wisdom, that you will always get your directives from God, that you'll have an understanding of what man is. You'll have an understanding of what the world is, and you have an understanding of who you are in all the parameters of things and where you stand. And that you know how to abound, and you know how to abase, that you have good understanding of a lot of things. I pray for you. I pray for money as well. Money is a defense. Money is good. It's the love of money that is the root of evil. But money itself will buy you a lot of things. It will buy you peace, it will buy you a stress-free life if you know how to use it. So I pray that the money that comes into your hands, you know how to deploy it. So you know how to deploy it and use it right. I pray that you take care of yourself, even as you're a single parent now, that you know how to take care of your body, that your body will not age prematurely, that worries will not be on your face. I met someone one time and the person said to me, "My God, you're one anxious woman." I sat there thinking, it took me many days. Then I went to look at the mirror. I saw the lines, I saw the squeeze. And I was asking my daughter, my 20-year-old, she said, "You have a permanent frown because you're forever speaking in tongues." Those children have a way. Yes, you have a permanent frown because you're forever speaking in tongues. I say, "Hey, whoa. Yes, it's true. Because I'm thinking, it's bills and how to do this and how to do that. I'm thinking, always thinking all the time, thinking. It shows on the face. I can't remember the last time I, had fun and all that. I can't even remember. It's showing all over the body, showing everywhere. Everywhere. And the stress is being picked up. I pray in the name of Jesus that you will have joy. There's something called the joy of the Lord, that you will have it. That the countenance on your face will change from being moody to having joy. Meanwhile, the people that left in the situation, the so-called men, they're busy having fun where they are. They continue with their own lives. Find a small girlfriend that they are daddling with, and they're speaking in tongues together. You are here foaming in the mouth and foaming in the legs and foaming in strange places. You need to really think. Think, yeah? Think, think, think. Think deep and take care of yourself. Your children will grow up and have their own life. If you pass on now, they remember you. But what about you? Have you been able to finish the assignment that God has given you? Have you even started it? Have you even started it? Did you even touch it? Ha! I spoke to a woman and she's passed on now. I remember her regret. She was saying, that they used to do Bible study in my living room. That they used to do this. She was counting regrets. And I said to her, I said, those regrets, they don't mean anything. They don't matter. They don't mean anything. They don't matter. Now, what do you want to do about them? What are you going to do? I said the first step is, first of all, you need to go for counseling in this area, because the regrets that you're mentioning, those things can kill. And I won't lie to you, less than 2 years, she's gone. There were high regrets. High regrets. She wasn't able to sleep day and night. That stress level was high. I said this thing, it would go and start mending it. It will affect you, oh, because you'll not be able to sleep. It will affect you, madam. She's gone. Go for counseling for it. I remember when I had my eye issue, the first place I went to was counseling straight away. I didn't even wait that I'm um, a minister or daughter of the Most High God as assignment for the Lord and all that. I put word that because let me tell you, the things of the Spirit and the things of God, they are going. They don't want to know whether you are sick or whether you are sleeping or whatever. Spirits don't understand. The language you speak, that's not the language of spirit. God is a spirit. That's not the language you speak. When you are sick like this, they wake you up, they're still giving you assignments, still giving you word. If you are dying, you are still hearing word. So to the other side before you know that, space you that was talking to me on that. I'm telling you. Because that's the way of spirits. They don't know, they're not designed like a human beings. Yes, we are made in the image of God after his likeness, but we are the human form of who is he. He is a spirit. He carries on 24/7. You are the one that will say, "Ah, let me sleep now." You are the one that knows where you're on, where you know how to abound and abase. It is you that will put a break. That is why the spirit of the prophet is subject unto them. It's you that will put a break. You are the one that would know how to manage it. It's you that will put a break. And if you cannot do the assignment, they'll take it to somebody else. Okay? So learn to understand. I went straight to the counselor straight away because I could not think of any. There's nobody I could talk. I went for counseling sessions straight away. I must have done like 4 or 5 sessions with a lady. And I know what she kept saying to me. She said, "Do you know that when you put a steak on and when you're finished cooking the steak, let it marinate?" It says, "Let your eyes settle." I ended up having 4 surgeries. If I wait by the parameters of what she's saying, I need 4 years for that eye to settle. She says, just let it settle. Just let it settle. Just let it settle. Just settle. Let it settle. Says you're overdriving yourself. Let it settle. I remember when I had finished one of my surgery. I remember that I could not wait for a taxi was supposed to come pick me, and for some reason the taxi was stuck. I knew that the motorway had, because where I'd gone to do the surgery was almost like uh 25 to 30 minutes from where I was living. So I knew that the motorway was jam packed at that time because it was rush hours, and I know that it takes 2 hours for that motorway to clear. I quickly jumped on a bus which would not pass through the route of the motorway, and I took a train which was faster. I was in the train, everybody was looking at my eyes. I was also looking at their eyes, like they were looking at me because I had bandage, I had everything. I had my medication in my hand. I still had that thing. You know, when they give you in the hospital, when they put your name, I still had it. And they were looking at me and thinking, does this person not have family? I don't have. I was trying to go straight home and get to my kids because they have school the next day. Who would help them get to where they're going to? There's nobody. There's nobody. So I needed counseling to be able to. And yes, I'm a Christian. Yes, I'm a lover of the Word of God. Yes, but when it was time for my soul to be ministered to, I went to that place where my soul needed to be ministered to, and that's why I'm strong like this. Otherwise, I would have lost it. And thank God I have that sense to pick up the whispers of God Himself. Yes, there are times you need to sit down and get counseled. Bible says in the multitude of counsel there is safety. Where's the counsel coming from? You. Where is your counsel coming from? Are you the only one that's counseling yourself? Where is your counsel coming from? I had to sit down and listen to a trained therapist of people that have had that kind of high condition and have gone through those surgeries. I did it 4 times. 4 times. If you see the needle that they put in my eyes, the shock of that needle, that trauma from that needle, it's only God that can help me to overcome it. Then I'm sitting down, relaxing in my house. Someone is saying that they want 1 million to feed the poor. So I should get up from my bed and go and look for work. Listen, don't be afraid to speak up. Say no. If they chase you out of the WhatsApp group, in fact, before they chase me, I chased myself out of that group. I can't meet your expectations. I'm sorry. They ask, why did you leave? Can't meet your expectations. Your expectations are too high. It can't meet your expectations. The money that I used to pay my children's school fees and look and take care of myself, you want it. No, I can't meet your expectations. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Even within families, do the bits that you can do. You are not omnipotent to whatever. Some of our families don't even know where we live. When many of us cross to the other side of these countries and all that, they don't even know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. I was saying to somebody recently that you don't even know whether all those money that this particular person is sending you, that they're sending you from jail because they're doing extra work in jail. You don't even know. You don't know where they are. You haven't sent anybody to go and look for them. You don't care. Just let them be pumping money, be pumping money, be pumping the money. Hello. Take care of yourself, single parent, okay? I have seen a lot of people and it's getting prominent. And I think people are getting the message now. People just dropping and dying because the pressure is so much. Pressure to meet this one, pressure to meet that one. If you cannot buy the house, rent. If you can't rent, share with people. Share with people. You know the number of years that I spent sharing, even with children, lifting up loads and all that. Just be patient. Share with people. You don't have to be what you are not. Okay? I pray for you that heaven will give you wisdom. Don't let somebody's message or whatever make you all these motivators and all this whatever, bloggers going up and down, be showing you the houses they have built. And many of them are not telling you the real stories. They're not telling you the real stories. So don't let the stress push you too much. I bought this house and all that. My husband has this company and all that. I stay away from them all. In fact, some of them I unfollow. I block. They are my friends. We grew up together. When I see that what they're showing is too much and all that, and it's getting me like, I block. Yes, I block. That's the simple truth. I block. When I look and I think to myself, few days after, okay, I think I can accept this now. I unblock again. We continue where we started from. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to get help as well. Don't be afraid to scream it from the lungs, I need help. Don't be afraid. Okay? Don't be afraid. You shouldn't do your single parenting alone. Find a community of people as well that can support you. Don't log it off alone. Okay? No man, generally, man, man, that includes women as well. Know their general behavior. You can't satisfy man. They are like spirits as well. You can't satisfy them. Okay? Know the world that we live in. We are not the only ones that are here, okay? So manage the perimeter of where they have given you. Manage your space. Do that which you can do, okay? And be kind to people as much as you can. Then know yourself. Be kind to yourself. Know the boundaries to which you can go and how far you can go. Understand the assignment that you are given. Work within that perimeter. Make yourself happy. Above all, just please your God. That's all. And you'll be fine. May the Lord help you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you. May he give you peace. May he release his life over you. May you live long in health, in wealth, in kindness, and in the love of God in the name of Jesus. Take care. God bless you. Amen.